You know, folks, I think I figured something out that I have not heard anybody else say on the internet involving the debate. You know, there was an official coin toss between Trump and Biden to see who gets to go first, to find out who gets to go last. Really, that's the main purpose of that one, or to decide where you get the seating arrangement, who gets to sit on the left, who gets to sit on the right. And Biden won the coin toss, and so he got to pick what he wanted to do: either be the one to speak last at the debate, which most people pick, or be the one to get to pick where you sit. I don't think that where you sit actually mattered. I think the truth of the matter is Biden is going to be out of gas by the time they're halfway through this thing, and they're anticipating that. So if Biden is the last one to speak, that means that's that much longer that man is going to have to hold his shit together in order to finish off coherently. Well, I think once Biden gives his closing argument or whatever they're going to call his last statement, from that point on, Trump will get the rest of the evening, whether it's a few minutes or several minutes, for his closing arguments. But I think the main point of Biden picking this choice was because he does not want to be last. A normal person in a debate would want to be last to get the last word in. That only makes sense. But in this case, I believe Biden doesn't want to be last because by then they're anticipating he will be out of gas. No telling how they're going to schedule this thing as far as the questions and the answers. They're probably going to ask Biden yes or no questions, is my assumption, and then they're going to turn it right over to Trump and ask him shitty questions. That's what I believe will happen. I've got a video clip here I'll bring y'all today, a little bit about Jake Tapper. Jake Tapper is one of the Dana Bash and Jake Tapper are the two that will be presiding over this debate. And I believe between 300 and 500 million people will be watching this debate, bigger than the Tucker Carlson Trump interview that happened on Twitter. 300 plus million people watched that. I believe this will be much bigger. I believe the internet will be slower. I believe everybody will be televising as much as possible. It was originally going to be on CNN, and now it's going to be on CNN, and then simulcast directly, I'm guessing with a little bit of delay, onto Fox. That way Fox can put their little 2 cents in, or maybe even edit it in real time. That's what I'm thinking Fox is going to do. But at any rate, they steal some of the viewership from CNN in process. Maybe it was a good business move. As long as they don't give us 2 different versions of this, CNN's version and then Fox News' edited version. If they do, they'll be fact-checked in real time by the American people. So that's not going to fly. But it wouldn't surprise me if they try to do something like that. But stick around. I got a video of several times that Jake Tapper, one of the moderators of this event, said horrible things about Trump. He is part of the whole lie against Trump from the Russia collusion crap from the beginning, denial of the laptop, Trump derangement syndrome, hater from the get-go. If you don't know the guy, stick around. I actually think people need to know a little bit more about people like Jake Tapper, just because these are the people that are behind the scenes enemies of the people. I'm talking about we the people who believe in the Constitution. But let's go ahead and get into this video together, folks. One of these videos I have not seen yet. It is a Simpson comical video. Hopefully I won't catch a copyright strike on it, being from Twitter. But we're going to play that one together. I'm curious as well, so stick around. Here we go.
I'm back with Texas AG Ken Paxton. AG, you just said a moment ago that you do believe that the Democrats are trying to get the illegal migrants in the open border to vote in the presidential election. You're the Attorney General of Texas. What can you do about it? Do you have any advice for other AGs or governors to ensure that we actually see a fair and transparent election in 5 months?
Well, this is so controlled by the federal government because they're the ones that can issue the Social Security numbers. There's virtually nothing we can do unless the laws are passed that stop illegals from voting. That's what we need to do at the federal level to protect the states, because right now the states don't have those protections in place to stop illegals from voting. Only 3 states, as I said, have that. We don't have it. Our Republican speaker, killed that bill. So even in Texas, we don't necessarily have a way to stop illegals from voting.
That's unbelievable. And Merrick Garland said he's going to vow to stop voter ID. That's one of his main points. And then we have to watch all of these murders taking place. What can you tell us about the status of the open border today, now that we know that American citizens have been murdered at the hands of illegal migrants?
As you and I have seen, people crossing the border, we've been down there together several times, and the numbers are staggering. And not only that, but the Biden administration is allowing criminals into our country purposely. These other countries are emptying their prisons, so we're getting the worst of the worst. These countries are getting rid of the worst of the worst, and that will have a dramatic effect for years and years to come as these people are spread around the country. We're going to see more and more random crimes, people dying, and that is directly goes back to Joe Biden allowing these people in. We even have a lawsuit trying to stop criminals from coming into this country, and the Biden administration is fighting us even on that.
That's unbelievable. AG, we're going to be watching you.
You know, that's a disturbing video. I thought I'd bring that to y'all, just kind of give you a backstory on what's going on. I see something called the SAVE Act they're trying to push through in Congress about trying to make sure that everybody that votes has a voter ID, driver's license, something of that nature, and are an American citizen. Now, a Supreme Court ruling one time, way back when, decided that you can't ask an illegal for their identity, proof of identity, if they lie on the voter registration form. And because of that, some kind of privacy act or another, because of that, it is literally illegal to vote as an illegal in many states. On the fact that if you lie, whether it's illegal or not, there is no safeguard to check you, to ask you to investigate and make sure you did tell the truth. All that is really just kind of been thrown by the wayside. But there is a solution. There's several solutions that we can do to try to help, and one of the people that's trying to help it is none other than the great Stephen Miller, who I think is one of the smartest guys in Trump's inner circle. He was part of Trump's political campaign. He's one of the people that was the architects of the border wall, remain in Mexico policies that a lot of the MAGA policies that Trump aspired to make happen during his term. If you don't know Stephen Miller, it's this guy right here. Let me show you. Hold on just a second, folks. All right, let me pull him up a little bit. Now, Stephen Miller, he is, like I said, he is one of Trump's legal advisors. He'll be part of the new Trump 2024 team, I guarantee you. He is a policymaker as far as things go. It says, Stephen Miller, among his many accomplishments, is a leader of the AFL, president of the AFL. In a statement, he accused Biden administration of a direct effort to sabotage the 2024 election through potential mass illegal alien voting. And we all know this is happening. Even Mike Johnson has stood up and said, we need to stop it. It says, under the National Voter Registration Act of 1993, states provide applicants for welfare benefits and driver's licenses, among others, with federal voter registration forms that do not require proof of citizenship. That's why we have these forms at every driver's license, food stamp office, probably Social Security office, anywhere that's a government affiliated agency. They're passing out these voter registration forms as of 1993, put into place. Not a good deal. It says, a little more than half of non-citizens, 59%, take advantage of at least one major federal welfare benefit, such as SNAP, food stamp program, according to the Census Bureau's data analyzed with the Center for Immigration Studies. It says 19 states and Washington, D.C. also allow non-citizens to obtain driver's license and move that Biden back during the 2020 presidential campaign. Of course he did. It says, when America First legal president Stephen Miller, in a statement called The Direct Effort to Sabotage the 2024 Election Through Mass Illegal Voting, when trying to verify whether a person is a non-citizen or who has registered to vote, state officials have also been hampered by being unable to submit driver's license numbers or other easily identifiable information to DHS. Why I'm reading you all this is because we have a solution. It says U.S. Citizens and Immigration Services, CIS, processes its own agency identifier numbers for I-94 arrivals or departures numbers, students and exchange visitors information, ID numbers, naturalization cards, visa numbers, foreign passport numbers, none of which are requested on voter registration forms. On top of that, just 5 U.S. states, Arizona, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, and Virginia, are considering with CIS Memorandum of Understanding to verify citizenship status for safe voter registration. Now, it says, but the Help America Act of 2002, according to Hamilton leaders, requires officials to perform list maintenance of voter rolls to ensure their accuracy, which can be accomplished using DHS Person Central Query System database. It allowed agencies' employees to look up individuals quickly and easily and verify their citizenship status by only using a name and birth date. This means that right now DHS can answer all the inquiries from the state and local election officials about the citizenship status of all presently registered voters and all personal attempts to register to vote, and can do so at no cost to the state, meaning if they want to cooperate, the information is available. This is another piece of legislation introduced by Representative Chip Roy of Texas, the Safeguard America Voter Eligibility. That's called the SAVE Act I was telling you about a minute ago. Sailed through committee's deliberation in the House and could come up soon for a full vote, forcing registration forms to include proof of citizenship questions in the future. That's right. still need to be able to do something about it. Stephen Miller has sent a letter to all 50 states in order to ask governors, secretary of states, and political officials in the states to respond to what's going on with these illegal voters. It says America First Legal wrote to chief election officials, secretaries of state, attorney generals, lieutenant governors, and governors on Monday, calling for them to verify immigration status of voter rolls using Department of Homeland Security database and boot any non-Americans they find. Now, Stephen Miller sent this letter, so it looks like he sent hundreds, if not thousands, of these letters out. It says, I write to advise. Hold on, let me see if I got my glasses here. I can't read it, folks. Going blind. As I write to advise to you about two critical tools that Congress has provided to verify the citizenship status of individuals registered to vote in your state, USC 1373 and USC 1644. These tools codify the federal law for decades, allow you to submit requests for information to the Department of Homeland Security about any individual's citizenship or immigration status for any lawful purposes, including elections. I love it, I love it. This includes an inquiry where you have the reason to believe that the given individual who is registered to vote might not be a U.S. citizen. I love it, folks. Chris Miller got it going on with the letter. Let's see if I can get this to scroll down. No. All right, folks. Check out Chris Miller if you don't know who that is. If you're like me, you like to understand who's actually working for Trump, working with Trump, behind the scenes to try to fix things while they're being destroyed. Stephen Miller and Chris Miller are two of those guys. Just thought I'd bring that to y'all today. So there is solutions, and it starts with the SAVE Act in Congress, which I would hope would get through, but I don't know that a Democrat will ever vote for it in the Senate. That's just the facts. But I'm glad they're trying. That way, when we do take back the House and maybe the Senate, we may have a better chance of making that happen through some negotiations. All right, now I've got some other clips for you here I wanted to bring to y'all today. I thought were pretty interesting. Okay. Bear with me just a second, folks. We'll go right on down the line here, folks, of all the comedic memes and things I come across today. Now, this one here I have not seen. Let's watch it together. This is from Donald Trump, at Real Donald Trump, over here.
To winning the general election.
Donald Trump.
I am officially running for President of the United States.
Could he actually win?
No freaking way.
Which Republican candidate has the best chance of winning the general election?
Donald Trump.
There's not going to be a President Donald Trump.
Trump will not be president.
Trump will never be elected president of the United States.
You're not going to be president.
A man who will never be president of the United States.
Donald Trump is not going to be president of the United States. Take it to the bank.
He will never be president.
Donald Trump is not going to become president of the United States.
She's at plus 19. Do you think the tapes made a difference? Of course! They made all the difference!
This race is over.
Hillary Clinton has raised more than double Donald Trump, vastly outspending him.
The presidency at about 89% for Hillary Clinton.
Your analytical model has never been wrong. Now projects Hillary Clinton to win presidential election.
100% chance. You still think she has a 100% chance of winning the election?
I do. And what would Donald Trump have to do to turn things around?
Prayer and hope for a Festivus miracle.
This is CNN's coverage of Election Night in America. The fight for the presidency.
Because we don't care. Oh, okay, have Kentucky. Who cares? Kentucky.
Don't care about Indiana. Don't care.
Indiana, with West Virginia, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Mississippi, South Carolina, Alabama, Kansas, Nebraska, and Wyoming with its vote, North Dakota and South Dakota, Texas.
Up and down the middle of the country, all red.
Arkansas, Louisiana, the state of Montana, Missouri.
It was at 80% an hour ago for Clinton. What is it now? 68%. Okay, God damn it, I'm nervous.
Ohio.
Hold. Ohio, gone.
Idaho.
Okay, yeah, I don't see a fucking landslide here. I don't see it at all.
North Carolina.
God damn it, if we need Florida, are you shitting me?
Florida.
It is fucking panic time.
Georgia.
Donald Trump, now the favorite to win the presidency.
Iowa.
New York Times now has it at 95% chance.
Utah.
Can still win, but in order to do so, she has to win Wisconsin. God damn it. Fuck.
Arizona.
Alaska.
Pennsylvania.
Michigan.
What a night. How did this?
I hadn't watched that yet, folks, but I knew it was going to be a good one. I just seen the response on it. It was, 104,000 reposts. I knew it was a good one. I love it. That's good stuff. Remember when they all claimed Hillary Clinton was going to win? Well, I don't think they're all claiming Joe Biden's going to win today. And those that think he will are wrong. Even with the illegal vote count coming in, folks, they're trying to get everybody registered. The illegals, they're going to have to find a way to get them registered to vote and actually get them wanting to vote, because these people actually have to show up or fill out their ballot and send it back in for the most part at the new states that they've relocated to. There's probably a lot more logistics to this than just signing them up when they get here. But at any rate, the White House is doing their best to get every illegal in the country registered to vote by any means necessary. They're trying to get the college kids with the student loan payoff. They're trying to get the trans confusionists, the people that don't know what gender they are, by bringing them to the White House once a week, bringing one of their influencers over there, whether it be Queer Eye or Dylan Mulvaney. They're really kind of losing the black and the Spanish vote somewhere along the way, and so they're looking for new demographics, and they assume the illegals coming over the border is their new demographic. And that may be true, it may be not, but they're trying to assume that must be their next voter base. So they're going to pump them in the country like sewage, no doubt about it. I got a couple more video clips here for y'all today, folks. Nothing but good stuff. Apologize, folks. Now, I told you I would bring y'all some Jake Tapper. This is the guy, one of the guys that's actually moderating this debate. And this guy is a sickening mess, no doubt about it. And I reposted this video and put haters gonna hate. All right, let's listen to it together. You think this guy will give Trump a fair opportunity to ask questions and to respond? And will he treat Joe Biden and Trump the same when it comes to the questions? Will Trump get shitty questions, Biden get different questions? Will they both get the same question? Who really knows? But they've got something up their sleeve. By the way, they're going to orchestrate this. We will see. Hope everybody watches it. I'm going to get my popcorn ready. This debate will be the most watched thing in television history. Come be a part of it, folks. Definitely watch. I may do a live that night. Not sure. But I'm definitely going to be doing a live tomorrow with Face of America at one point tomorrow afternoon. Hit the notification bell if you haven't already. So when I do a live, be sure to get it. Be able to jump in if you choose. All right, folks, let's go ahead and get into this video. This is crazy, too. Good old Jake Tapper, debate moderator.
The dehumanizing rhetoric of Adolf Hitler is once again alive and well on a national political stage. This time, of course, in the United States. Donald Trump, a couple times over the weekend, referred to immigrants from South America, Africa, and Asia.
Oops, I apologize, folks.
He did not mention Europe, South America, Africa, and Asia as, quote, poisoning the blood of our country, which it's not hyperbole. That does very directly echo Adolf Hitler's language before World War II. To open up a copy of Hitler's Mein Kampf, you would find the Nazi leader describing the mixing of non-Germans with Germans as poisoning. There's really no other way to say it. Donald Trump's language mirrors this directly. The dehumanizing rhetoric of Adolf Hitler is once again alive and well on a national political stage. This time, of course, in the United States. Donald Trump, a couple times over the weekend, referred to immigrants from South America, Africa, and Asia. He did not mention Europe, South America, Africa, and Asia as, quote, poisoning the blood of our country, which it's not hyperbole. That does very directly echo Adolf Hitler's language before World War II. To open up a copy of Hitler's Mein Kampf, you would find the Nazi leader describing the mixing of non-Germans with Germans as poisoning. There's really no other way to say it. Donald Trump's language mirrors this directly. The dehumanizing.
Well, that's pretty sickening, folks. For this guy, even for this guy, I can't tell you how many times I just want to scream into the TV or into the laptop and say, "You're lying! Stop lying! We know better." No doubt about it. I was gonna bring y'all one more clip today, folks. I thought was definitely worth bringing to y'all. Here we go. Now, even with people like Jake Tapper, who lie about what's going on in our country every day on mainstream media, who are the people that push the narrative that doesn't involve the truth every day. I mean, they lie for a living. They've been able to lie to a lot of people for a very long time and get away with it, and was believable at one point, but that time is over. 90% of the population knows that CNN is not a credible source for anything except for Trump derangement syndrome. It's the only thing you're going to find over there at this point, folks. Bullshit, lies, propaganda arm of the mainstream of the military-industrial complex, otherwise known as the communications, the FCC. Those at the FCC and the CIA probably write more checks to CNN than any other advertisers. That's what I have to believe. But let's go ahead and get into this. This is a whole lot of common sense from this lady. This is why, even with the lies from the left, it's not working anymore. Common sense kicks in at one point, even for those CNN listeners. All right, here we go.
Trump's like, no way. There's no way. Yeah, nobody else.
And what would you say to a black person that says Trump is racist and therefore you are white adjacent?
I would say that they need to like actually pay attention to what he's talking about and understand that if you actually want to become successful as far as money in this country, Democrats are not who you want to vote for, because obviously they're replacing you with illegals.
Right.
They're telling you to your face they're replacing you with illegals. So
That's
I don't
right.
understand how you could still say, oh, Democrats are da-da-da. No, they are literally replacing you. They're giving them housing in New York. They're giving them housing everywhere else here. They're giving them $10,000 gift cards.
Yep.
But when you need aid, the state says, sorry, you make too much money. You're over the threshold by $500 a year, and we're not going to help you. So if you starve, you starve. We don't care. So I don't understand how. You pay taxes, but they don't. But you know, you're not getting help, and you're gonna still vote for somebody who's gonna give your taxes to somebody else.
Boom. I love it, folks. No doubt about it. That lady was speaking the absolute truth. And if y'all don't subscribe to Twitter, it is not a bad place to go find sources of information. I've been over there, I guess, a couple of months now. I've got about 450 subscribers or followers over there. I had to weed out a lot of the bullshit and spam that's over there. There's a lot of attempted porn over there where people are trying to get you to DM them directly in order for hookups and things, but we don't go there on my channel. I try to weed through that stuff and just follow people back that follow me for the right reasons, because they're in this movement with me as well, with y'all, just trying to stay informed and help and be out there to help spread the message of what's really going on behind the scenes in our corrupt country right now. Like, subscribe, and share, Devoted Patriots. Hope everybody's having a great day. And if you're not, if you are on Twitter, come on over and give me a follow as well. I do share a lot of, repost a lot of stuff over there that I find very informative. Just back-to-back information if you follow the right people over there. That's the trick. Everybody have a great day. Over and out.